Hi, Mystery Recapped here. Today, I am going to explain a Chinese film called The Shy Guy. Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. A fictional country named the Daughter's Kingdom is ruled by women. Men are given no rights, no respect, and are expected to be quiet and submissive. In Daughter's Kingdom, the gender roles are changed, so much so that men are catcalled and harassed in the streets. The ones who retaliate against the absolute law are sent to a rehabilitation center and taught how to respect women. In such a world, a couple gives birth to their son, named Ming. His mother is disappointed to have birthed someone who won't be of any use to the family. Throughout his life, Ming is compared to his non-existent sister. He is denied good education and health facilities because his mother wishes to save money if she ever gets pregnant with a daughter. As time passes, Ming grows resentful of the entire female gender and starts a rebellious organization of his own. He and his friends Chan and Zhang conspire every day to end the rule of women, but all they can do is talk, since anyone who acts on such urges is punished. One afternoon, they are with a new addition to the group, discussing their role in the world as men. As always, Ming speaks against the matriarchal society. Suddenly, the guys notice that the new man smells of flowers. If a guy puts effort to look presentable, it means he is doing so to please a woman. Ming suspects the new man is a spy, and his assumption turns out to be true. Suddenly, their hideout is raided and the police arrest them. Ming's mother arrives at the scene and reveals that she was the one who reported him, having found out about the organization. Following that, the guys are taken to the highly secured Rehabilitation Center. It has more than 100 women guards who keep an eye on the men at all times. The place is surrounded by high walls, barbed wire, and an automatic main entrance. Any man who tries to escape will have their manhood taken away. That's a fancy way of saying they'll have their dicks blown off. The leader of the place is the ruthless Grand Instructor. In a monthly meeting, she introduces a rookie teacher named Mina. The staff of the Rehabilitation Center is divided into two groups, working under the Grand Instructor. First are the guards, who are responsible to punish and discipline men. Second are the teachers, who are partnered with an individual man and tasked to teach them how to please a woman. The new batch of men is brought to a room to take their clothes off. Ming and his friends get ready to run away, but another man does it before them. After seeing him get tased to the ground, they simply step back. Then, they are forcefully made to take a shower and wear clothes to look more presentable to women. The Grand Instructor tells them about the curriculum they will have to learn in the next month. If they are unable to pass the final test or try to create trouble, they will be given a special serum called the cancer liquid. It forcefully turns men submissive and makes them act womanly. If given a larger dose, it completely transforms a man into a woman. By today's standards, this script is problematic. Before the classes start, the men are paired with their respective teachers. Ming is partnered with the new girl, Mina. He refuses to respect her, but since Mina is a rookie, she lets it slide. When no one is looking, she shows him the picture of her brother, inquiring if he has seen him around. Ming doesn't know the guy, but says that he doesn't tell on his own people. The lessons finally begin starting the next day. The first lesson teaches the men how to take a perfect picture of their partner. For the second one, they are taught how to find out what their girl wants, without her saying it. The third lesson is about how to notice the small changes the girls make in their appearance. With the 3 holy grails of pleasing a woman, they will be considered a useful man. During practice, Mina again asks Ming about her brother. A flashback shows us that he was treated like trash by his mother. He was frequently insulted and belittled. Because of this, he hated every woman except his sister. One day, he saved her from the bullies in the street by pushing them away. When his mother found out he had attacked a woman, she called the police and got him arrested. He was sent to the Rehabilitation Center. Hence, Mina is in here to look for her brother. When it gets dark, everyone is sent to their respective rooms. Ming and his group are devising a plan to escape when they notice an opening to a tunnel under the table in their room. However, they are joined by a snitch named Ji-san, so they decide to explore the tunnel when he is asleep. Somewhere else, Mina asks her roommate Tay-Tay about the guys who were denied rehabilitation because they were too disobedient. She finds out that all of such men have been given the cancer serum that turns them womanlike in nature. They are kept in the basement prison and will be there for the rest of their lives. When everyone is asleep, Mina goes to the basement and sees several men inside the cells. However, her brother is missing. Suddenly, a loud noise is heard, and Ming comes out of a hole in the wall. He spreads his arms, thinking that he has escaped, only to find out he is inside a cell. Mina sees him, but she doesn't report the act to the Grand Instructor. She then goes to the filing room and finds out that her brother escaped from the prison a while ago. She also gets her hands on a poem he wrote about men's suffering. What Mina doesn't realize is that Tay is spying on her. The following morning, Mina tells Ming that she is leaving her job now that she knows her brother is not here. Ming is surprised to see a woman being so compassionate. Suddenly, Tay comes in with the Grand Instructor and finds the poem on Mina. She is about to be punished when Ming claims that he wrote the poem and she just confiscated it. As a result, he is tased, but he bears the pain for her. Later that day, Mina comes to meet and thanks him for what he did. Ming hands her the poem that he had hidden in his pockets. At midnight, Ming picks the lock of his cell and comes outside with his friends. They go to the main gate and are seconds away from escaping when the women block their way. It turns out that their roommate told the Grand Instructor about their absence. Tay suggests they use the cancer serum on the guys, but Mina suggests a better option. If they use force to discipline the guys, people will question their rehabilitation program. Hence, she asks for one last chance to try to change Ming. If she doesn't succeed, she promises to stay as the rehabilitation guard for her entire life. The following day, Mina hands the rulebook to Ming and asks him to memorize everything. When he still refuses, she slaps him across his face. She is scared for him because his failure will turn him into a woman and imprison him for life. On finding out that Mina cares about him, he agrees to make an effort to pass. In the following montage, we see Mina teaching him how to take good pictures. One evening, she invites him to eat with her. Tay sees this and is outraged by a man getting the same level of respect as a woman. She takes a picture of them and shows it to the Grand Instructor. Mina is called into her office and asked to explain herself. She lies and claims that she is trying to make Ming fall in love with her so she can mend him easily. The Grand Instructor buys her words, but not Tay. She records the conversation and gives the tape to Ming later. After listening to it, he believes that Mina is only using him to make him submissive. He refuses to talk to her and goes back to being a rebel. He dresses as he wants to and makes his friends do the same. As a result, all three of them are signed up for the cancer serum program, and Mina is punished. Her failure means she will have to stay as a guard her entire life. She is also made to take a liquid called the iron blood that does strange things to her body. Following the cancer serum treatment, the guys lose their minds. Fortunately for Ming, the side effects do not affect him as they do to his friends. Mina comes to him and reveals that she is in love with him. She also explains that there is a serum called iron blood that makes women more powerful. It is an antidote for the cancer serum, and if given to his friends, they will return to normal. Having said that, Mina lies that the instructor has kicked her out. The two share a tearful goodbye and promise to meet each other outside one day. When she is no longer in his view, Mina falls to the ground in pain. Her body starts changing because of the medication she was given as punishment. For the next few days, Ming studies hard so he can excel on the final test. That way, he can get to the Grand Instructor's room and find the antidote to save his friends. Meanwhile, his friends hit on him as the effect of the treatment. Then, the day of the test finally comes. For the first round, the guys are led into a room with different items. They have to choose one of the items which they think women will like the most. Ming's friend picks up a diamond ring and hands it to him. When evaluation starts, the ring gets Ming through the first round. Similarly, the guy with perfume and a dress also passes. The first in class is Ji-san, who picked a set of earrings. For the second round, they are given a scenario of a couple spending the day together. They have to tell how many times the girlfriend was mad at the boyfriend in the scenario. Ming writes 4, but the guard nearby gestures that 0 is the right answer. Ming trusts her and passes this round as well. For the third and final round, only he and Ji-san are left. They have to inspect Tay closely for 10 seconds. After that, she goes to the back of a room and returns with very minimal changes in her appearance. The guys have to tell what is different. Ji-san goes first and takes a close look at her face. He confidently claims that she added a bit of foundation and blush to her face. Then it is Ming's turn, but he sees no difference at all. He looks at the guard who helped him earlier, hoping to get a hint. She simply shows him the poem that he had given to Mina long ago. Suddenly, Ming comes to a realization. The manly guard is none other than Mina, who was given the iron blood. It is a type of medicine that turns women manly, in contrast to what the cancer serum does. Looking at Tay-Tay, he confidently claims that she is not Tay-Tay at all. The Grand Instructor takes her wig off and reveals the answer is correct. Ming finally gets first place, defeating Ji-san. To receive his present, he is invited to the Grand Instructor's room at night. She seductively asks him to pour them a drink. Ming takes this chance to slip a pill into her glass. This script continues to be problematic. A while later, she falls unconscious, and Ming excitedly opens the safe. However, the serums are nowhere to be found. The instructor wakes up, revealing that she knew about his plan. He is about to be arrested when Mina makes him run outside. A fight ensues between Mina and the guards. Amidst it, the instructor is hit by an iron blood syringe that will turn her manly. Before she can take the antidote, Ming stops her. It is then revealed that the instructor also used to be a man. He was like Ming and wanted to introduce men's rights to the world. However, he was locked and beaten, which caused him to change into a woman using several doses of the iron blood serum. The instructor finally sees herself in Ming and allows him to escape. In the last scene, she drops him, his friends, and Mina outside the facility. The movie ends as she watches them walk away. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.